I'm Karen Bass, and I'm running on my accomplishments.
Los Angeles on fire, mayor nowhere to be found.
We were so prepared for wildfires. I didn't even have to be in the country when the town burned. I've addressed the homeless problem. Now, most of them won't stab you as long as you don't make eye contact. Our climate change policy is so strong, we've brought down energy use in the Palisades by 99%. Almost none of the needles in children's playgrounds have AIDS on them. If you like the last 4 years, you're going to love the next 4. Vote Bass.
Yeah, we got to take a trip to LA in that mayoral race because it is getting serious. Especially after Spencer Pratt had such a dominant debate performance recently. So much so that Karen Bass has backed out of an upcoming debate between all three of the candidates. She got buried in that first debate, and Spencer Pratt is actually rising in the polls and releasing absolutely fire ads. And of course, he's running as a Republican, so you can bet your bottom dollar now come the creepy crawlies. They're all coming out of the woodwork, and the latest is TMZ that have tried to take little shots at him and down him. But I don't think it's going to work personally. But before we get to that, I want to play one of his latest ads. Because, man, this guy's doing a darn thing, isn't he? Check it out.
You didn't finish burning the city to the ground in your first term. Make sure you finish the job in your second.
The only thing that can stop us is someone telling the truth. As long as they don't have any hope, the city's ours.
Nobody's ever done this before. No one's ever spoken truth to power in LA.
If one man's brave enough to think things can change, everyone will realize things can change. You need to stop it.
Our children deserve to be safe.
You had 20 years to fix things.
Enough is enough.
Now, full disclosure, that was AI generated. It wasn't like real people standing there, which I'm sure you guys could see that. Even with as good as AI is, you can still kind of tell when it's AI, pretty much. If you look closely at the images, but then also like listen to the voice, like they kind of sound robot-y a little bit. But yeah, great ad, right? Fantastic ad. The Star Wars, where you got Spencer Pratt versus Karen Bass. You have the people of LA versus the Democrat Socialists of America, which is what you saw there towards the end with the people. Let me see if I can get a still shot of that so y'all can see what I'm talking about. They had DSA on their chest. LA is where it's, yeah, you can kind of see it there. See the people of LA versus DSA, Democrat Socialists of America. Love to see it. You love to see it. Excuse me. And I believe that he can genuinely win. And TMZ recently, made a video attacking him. Excuse me, I got the hiccups. Attacking him for this specific ad. Check it out.
This is where Mayor Bass lives. You notice something? Or here, where Nithya Raman's $3 million mansion sits. They don't have to live in the mess they've created where you live. This is where I live. They let my home burn down. I know what the consequences of failed leadership are. That's why I'm running for mayor. For my sons and the rest of us Angelinos that want to stop these corrupt politicians from destroying our city. We are going to get the golden age of Los Angeles back. This is where...
Yeah. So TMZ decided to try to get a hit piece on him. And this is how it went.
Campaign ad certainly made it seem that you were living in that trailer. It was a high point of the commercial, but you're at the Hotel Bel Air. So kind of undo that for us.
No, to be clear, that is where, excuse me, that is where I live. That's where Karen Bass, Mayor Bass, burned down my house. That is where I will live until I have a new house. The Airstream is a temporary facility. A hotel is a temporary facility. Where my kids are in Santa Barbara right now is a temporary housing. This is where I live. This is where they burned my house down. So this semantics or the nuance of this is the consequences of their failed leadership. And again, I don't live at the Hotel Bel Air. I don't live in the Airstream. I don't live in the Santa Barbara. I don't have a house. They burned it down. That is why I got into this race, because of these people that will burn your house down and act like it's no problem. So this idea that anyone's like, oh, he's at a hotel. I'm at a hotel because these psychopaths are messaging me every day. They're going to kill me because Nithya Raman is calling me a fascist because I don't want people to have their kids next to drug addicts at the park or stepping in human poop when you get your matcha. I have common sense. That's not fascism. So these psychos here, I'm a fascist, and then they literally, like, if you would like to see the death threats, I can send them all offline where people are like, I'm going to hire people to kill you. So yes, unfortunately, now I have a security team, and they will not, even if I wanted to stay in the Airstream, would let me, because there's 360 unobstructed views since there's no houses. So you can literally snipe me out from any part from 300 yards away easily.
Spencer, one
sec. Not to mention the Airstream, it took over a month for LADWP to connect a wire for electricity to it, which was 3 days ago. It took weeks to get the water hooked up, which was yesterday. So for these people that want to focus on where I sleep at night, first off, I don't even sleep. I get 4 hours of sleep because I'm fighting these corrupt freaking politicians all day long. You want to see my phone hours? I'll screenshot it. It probably says
Spencer,
19 hours.
I hear what you're saying, and on the symbolism of your ad that because of the fire that you don't have.
They don't hear what he's saying. They don't hear what he's saying. They're trying to push an agenda. They're trying to down it. Hey, you're not actually living in that trailer. You don't live in that trailer. That was just for an ad. It was just for an ad. Like, no, that trailer really is his. And he would stay there more if you folks on the left weren't absolute lunatics. Okay? When he goes to stay in a hotel, that is temporary. Temporary. Because he doesn't have a house. You Democrats allowed it to burn and have not made it easy to rebuild. Because even Bill, I always mispronounce his last name. Y'all said it wasn't Mayor. Bill Meyer? I don't know. Whatever. Y'all know who I'm talking about. Even he complained on his show about the regulations and the red tape that's in California. Like, he was like, bro, I had to get like 3 inspections for my garage door. He was like, why do I need 3? It's my garage. And he was like, it's my garage door. Why do I need 3 inspections for this? And he's right. If you need 2-3 inspections for a garage door, just imagine what you would need to build a house. It's virtually impossible. And they wonder why the housing prices, especially in California, are through the roof. Through the roof. Because you can't build anything. At least not without getting bonked upside the head with regulation fee after regulation fee and red tape and, delay. Duh. But here's TMZ, man.
Home, and I get that. But there's something to the point where you say in the ad, this is where I live, while you're standing in front of a trailer. I think the reason that ad was so effective with voters is because you did draw this visual comparison of where the mayor lives, where Nithya Raman lives, and where you live. So you're showing where they live, and then you're saying, this is where I live. Everyone saw that ad and thought, wow, Spencer Pratt has to live in that trailer because his house burned down.
I do, sir.
But
that is my house.
But for the last month and a half, you've been at the Bel Air Hotel.
I haven't been at the Bel Air Hotel for more than 6 days in the last month. This is all public.
Right, but that's where you've been staying. I know you may not have actually been in it.
No, I've been in Santa Barbara, where the LA Times reported where I lived and doxed me. That is where I live, period. This is LA Times. This isn't breaking news. Even when the Airstream ad came out, the LA Times cover story is saying, no, Spencer Pratt lives in Santa Barbara. And I said, yes, thank you for doxing me. I tried to sue the LA Times for saying where I actually live.
But are you saying you live in that trailer?
I don't live anywhere, is what I'm saying. I don't have a house. They burned it down, Harvey. I don't have a house.
But why not say that? But Spencer, that would be really effective. Why not say that in the ad? I don't have a home.
No, what is effective is the ad that he made, but y'all don't like it because it was too effective. So now you're trying to make him look silly and trying to make him out to be a liar. But in reality, that is his home. That trailer is his home. That is where his home was. That is his trailer. So, like, what are we talking about? What, he goes to stay at a hotel for 6 days, so now that's his home? You see what they're trying to do? You see what they're trying to do? Because he's a Republican and they don't like it, they're trying to make him out to be a liar. And he's rising in the polls. He released a super effective ad, so they're trying to drown him on something minuscule. Minuscule. Oh, you went to stay at this hotel, or you went to stay in this city. So you don't actually stay in that trailer that's in that ad. Like, who does this? But you know who Spencer Pratt kind of reminds me of? I'm gonna say it. He kind of reminds me of Trump. A little bit. Just a little bit. Listen, I ain't going too far now. I ain't saying I will vote for the guy for president or anything, at least not yet. But if he does become mayor of LA and I get to see what he's actually doing, okay, all right, Spencer. Okay. Maybe. He is running as a Republican. He is an outsider. Trump ran as a Republican. Trump was an outsider, right? He wasn't a politician to begin with. Neither is Spencer Pratt. He's pushing back against, these far leftists, these people who have been in it and doing it for a long time, like Karen Bass, like Hillary Clinton. Okay, there's similarities there. There's some similarities there. At any time that they can, the media tries to destroy them over even the smallest things, which is the same thing you see with Spencer Pratt. Okay? There's similarities. That's all I'm saying. There are similarities, guys. There's some similarities, and y'all see it. Y'all see it. But I'm gonna end it there. I'm not gonna bore y'all with that nonsense because it's annoying to watch TMZ try to do this because you know what they're doing, But anyway, y'all get in the comments. Let me know your thoughts and your opinions. Stay safe out there. Peace and love. I'm out.